Macadamia here. Be a warrior, not a warrior. Just a quick addition to the New Year's End video that I did when I spoke about new beginnings. There was more that the God wanted me to say during that video, and I just kind of spaced it about that particular topic. Um, the question was, how many times have you had to start over? I've had to start over many, many times, financially, emotionally, even physically in a couple of cases where I gained too much weight and had to go back to the gym, stuff like that. And of course, sometimes every time I came home, I'd kind of start over with my family after doing ministry in different places after many years. And they had missed out on a lot of my life, and I missed out on a lot of theirs. And I had to spend time with them and make up for that each time. I don't regret that, either side of that. But God wanted me to talk about it because there's nothing wrong with starting over. There's nothing wrong with starting over. And it's not something to fear. It's actually something to celebrate. Every time you start over, okay, you meet new people. You might get a new job and have a new experience and get a whole new skill set that can be useful down the road. And you can use to help other people with those things. I certainly have been able to do that. You have new goals, you have new strategies, you have a new version or a new way of pursuing those goals with God. And you also enter new seasons typically. That's when these things usually happen. Seasons that are going to push you forward spiritually, and they're going to push you forward in a meaningful way. They're going to push you forward in having relationships with people that are different than the ones you were with before. Maybe those relationships have gone stale, even because you talked about everything you need to talk about, done everything you could do. And it can be very exciting. Okay, I'm not saying those relationships were bad. I'm just saying that it's an adventure where it's new things come, and even if you get a little bit older, it can still be exciting, and it's not something to be negative about. I'm starting over this year, but I knew I would. I knew a long time ago I would because of former commitments that at some point I would be starting over after those things had ended. Did those things go the way I planned? No, but not everything does. It's just the way life is. And so God is getting me ready to do another do-over, or I should say a start over, not necessarily a do-over. Do-over is when you're kind of repeating something. I'm not going to be repeating anything. But he's having me start over again in different ways, and I'm looking forward to it. And so I hope all of you in the new year look forward to it too. Anyway, God bless you. Make sure it's a new thing. And